Alright. I'm here on one of my Buildertopias. I'm going to show off the craziest, biggest project that I have built in either Dragon Quest Builders game. In Builders 1 I made Clocktown and Traverse Town, and they took about 100 hours and 150 hours, respectively. I don't know how long this project took me. Because I didn't work on it. I would work on it on and off. I would work on it for a while, and then I would take a break from it and build stuff on my Isle of Awakening for a while, and then come back to it. If I had to guess, I would say it was probably about 200 hours. And that's, this is Builders 2, so I could build stuff a lot faster with Builder's Eye, and I didn't have to go and collect materials from Terra Gladiatoria, so despite all the quality of life stuff that made it so much easier and faster to build, it was still so big that it still took a lot longer. But maybe you can sort of see it peeking in the draw distance there. Let's go take a look. I built the Highwind from Final Fantasy VII. Which is probably my favorite video game. I started on this project because I was excited about the remake coming soon. I should tell you how long it took me. I've actually had it finished for a very long time and just never got around to making a video of it, so it's not like I've only just now finished it. I did finish it before the remake even came out. I just never got around to showing it off. But yeah, it was a huge project. You could see I had to hollow out all of this earth just to get it to fit within the height restrictions in this game, which is 100 blocks from like rock bottom. This, of course, is basically rock bottom. You could see right there, that's that checkerboard pattern. I can't go any lower than this one block. I put hot water down here to sort of give the appearance of the life stream. I thought that would be a cool little touch. And I built up these walls by myself. That was one of the most painstaking parts of the whole thing. I wanted to make it kind of look like the crater from the end of Final Fantasy VII. Just as a sort of better presentation for this thing. But yeah, it's a big boy. It is actually this sort of antenna up here is at the height limit. So this basically takes up almost the entire 100 blocks that I had available. I even had to squish this sort of main rocket barrel here is like supposed to be more round. I had to kind of flatten it just to fit it all into the height limit. But I still don't think you can really tell. I think it looks good anyway. So you've got some wings here. Here's the propellers. This was a really fun, if very time-consuming project. And underneath the propellers here, I sort of added some detail to make it look like air is getting sucked up in there. We've got these, whatever the heck these are supposed to be. On the back here, there's the propellers. Here's one of my favorite parts. Oops, let's just crash right into this. On the left side of the Highwind, you've got the Highwind mural. It says Highwind on the side. And there's the portrait of Lady Luck, the bikini-clad girl, which I did the best I could to approximate it. I think it actually doesn't look too bad. But yeah, that was fun to do. And then up here, there's like, I don't know, I think maybe there's supposed to be cannons in this top part. I don't know what that is, but I tried to get that as best I could. And then I know you want to see the interior, so let's go. Let's do it. I put I put a rope ladder here, kind of like when you are at the end of the game, you can climb down into the crater or back up if you need to change your party members or refuel or whatever. This is supposed to be Bugenhagen because during a portion of FF7, you're kind of escorting him to the City of the Ancients, and he hangs out on the deck of the ship for a little while. Again, just kind of a better look at the propellers here. This was really fun to do. Let's go inside. Actually, yeah, we'll go inside because this night is falling and it's gonna get harder to see. So, I put this little entranceway in here because when you're on the deck, you can see that it there's this section where it juts out before the door. So I had to put an interior here. But then when you step inside, you never actually see this landing platform. The stairs just go up off the top of the screen, kind of like that. But yeah, this is the interior. There's the engine down there. This is the sort of bridge that you run across. Of course, there's no handrails. This place is an ocean nightmare. This is right where Yuffie hangs out. You could speak to her, you know. There's some kind of freight loading door right here. Some kind of pistons up there. This is the operation room in the game. You can come in here to change out your party members or save your game or whatever. So I turned it into a war room. I thought that was fitting. You can't really get the same angle that you can in the game because it's a little bit cramped, but there's the guy that you speak to do PHS or to save your game or whatever. There's a computer monitor on the wall there, and I tried to make it look... I actually built a room in there to make it look like it's all digital landscape and data stuff. So, yeah. This is the operation room. I tried to even match the sort of clutter on the table here, like it is in the actual game. There's a green book there and a blue book. And then right over here is the Chocobo stables. Oh, looks we've got a black Chocobo in here. Work. That was fun to do. This guy you talk to about your Chocobo or whatever. Something I think is so funny is that there's a window here with light pouring in, and so this is the one window to the outside on the whole exterior hull of the Highwind, but I had to put it there for accuracy. It just kind of looks funny when you're outside flying around. There's this tiny little window. But yep, Chocobo stables. And then I added, because when you're in the original game, when you're on this bridge, you could see there's that extra landing down there with where there is a guardrail. So I made that part accessible. I put some stairs over here that you can never actually get to. And I just put some barrels and junk over here. There's these banners that you can see in the original game hanging over that little landing. And then I also thought, there's gotta be a way to actually access the engine for this thing if you need to do maintenance for it or whatever. So I put some stairs here for that. And using magnet blocks, I was able to hide some bathtubs inside these big gears so that it looks like steam is coming out of the engine. I thought that was pretty cool. And I guess the last thing to show off is the cockpit, of course. I had to make some kind of decisions with this because it's not really clear how this little doorway connects to the cockpit in the original game. And since when you go up here, Like, it's, again, you never see this platform, so it's not really clear how you get onto the deck, but I decided, you know, the deck would go out this way, which meant that the cockpit had to go the opposite way of that. So I needed to put a little... So I had to put a little staircase here with like a little turn in it to sort of get this looking just right. But here's the cockpit. There's Kate Sith. This is where he stands in the normal game. Here's one of the little Highwind engineer pilot guys. There's Red 13. This little area is where Vincent hangs out. Yeah, let me make it morning so you can actually see. I put some lights on the ceiling. They don't really cast that much light, but I just kind of did it for aesthetic. I thought it looked nicer, less barren up there. Here's this crazy contraption, the steampunk madness right next to the controls here. And yeah, when you get really up close to the glass dome, it looks kind of hideous because you can't really make, you know, a glass dome in this game. But from a distance, I think it actually looks pretty cool. You know, I feel like I'm inside the Highwind, like on the command deck. And I made sure that there's like floor here so you can't fall out or fall into like the underside of the ship or whatever. It's all sealed off. A good friend of mine, Zerb, helped me out a lot with making this glass dome, and also with certain parts of the interior, like the Chocobo stables and the deck outside. But mostly I did this all completely by myself. And like I said, it took a very long time. I had to make a ton of silver blocks and sooty silver blocks. But I think it turned out super cool. The limitations and everything that you face with the height limit and the blocks that you have access to and all that stuff was just super fun. I wanted to make kind of my own stuff, follow my own imagination with like the stuff I was going to build. In Builders 2, I initially wasn't going to recreate anything from a video game in this game like I did in Builders 1, but it's just so much fun. I got kind of the itch for it, you know, and the remake was coming out and I was like, oh, I'm so excited. FF7 is such an important game to me. I can't wait to play it. So yeah, the Highwind was sort of calling to me, and it was a massive undertaking. Here's that window, by the way, that I was talking about. It's just like, hello. So bizarre to have just this tiny window on the side of the Highwind. But yeah, I mean, I'm so pleased with it. I defy anybody to make a better, you know, Highwind in Builders 2. The thing is, I haven't uploaded this because I have my own Isle of Awakening uploaded to the game yet, and you can only have one like zone uploaded at a time. So I may at some point in the future upload this if anybody wants to come take a look and explore it. If you want to take a blueprint of it, you know, be my guest. If I do upload it, I'll put in the description or something like the code to come here. But yeah, like if you want to take a blueprint of this, I mean you can, but it's gonna be, you're gonna have to take like 20 different blueprints because it's just so massive and the height limit is so crazy. And if you want to actually build it in your own space, you're gonna have to hollow out as much, you know, land as I did here. It's gonna be pretty wild. But you know, if you feel like doing it, go ahead. Don't let it stop you. I don't know if there's anything else. I guess for such a big project, the video tour of it ended up not being very long, but I had a ton of fun making it, and I want to I have ideas for some other stuff to sort of other video game recreations that I'm thinking about making. So we'll see. You know, we'll see what happens. But in the meantime, thanks for checking us out. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I will catch you later.